Okay, so as for this video, I've tried to film it before with different products and it was a fail. So I'm just gonna show you how that video went. I feel like anything's coming off. Okay, sorry, I did my other eye off camera because it was starting to get... I need to see how hard it was gonna be to work with because it was just giving me problems. Like, don't understand. Literally glitter everywhere. And these are really long. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to wear my glasses with these. Okay, so I don't really like these eyelashes. They're like humongous. I remember when I got these, it was because they didn't have the original lashes that I normally get. And the girl was all like, oh, try my favorite out. And I was like, well, you guys don't have mine again. She's like, just try these out. These ones are my favorite. These are freaking huge. Whatever. Let's just keep it moving. Okay. Now we're gonna try the Fluidity foundation. I got the shade, pretty sure it was the shade Olive, but right here it just says F190. Hoping this is my shade. If not, I don't even care anymore. At this point, these lashes just killed it for everybody, so I don't think this is my shade. It's too light. You guys have to see this. He wanted to come mess with mommy's makeup, and look, got powder all over you, silly goose. Look at you. God, this foundation looks horrible. So, I wanted to show you guys close up, regardless of the fact that the foundation is not my shade. Look how gross it looks. I'm gonna have to take this off because, ew. Like, it clings to all my dry spots and it just looks disgusting. Wanna say hi?
Hey!
You're covering the camera. Say hi. Hi guys, it's Yolanda here and welcome back to my channel. So, what? I'm busy. But we're gonna start a new video with brand new products. Mostly all new drugstore makeup. I got this all from Target, so it was whatever I saw on Target's website that said new makeup at Target. So yeah, I got a couple of things, some things that I've tried out before and I loved, but they came out with new shades. So yeah, we're gonna try that all out. We're just gonna jump right into it. There's a couple of things I didn't get, so I'm not gonna do primer. Well, I already put my own primer on, but I'm not gonna do... Anyways, so we're gonna start out with brow stay. I have the WetNWild micro brow pencil. I've only ever tried the NYX one. They didn't have my shade, so we're just gonna go with the shade that they did have, which is soft brown. Normally would get a darker brown, but honestly the swatches on, I couldn't really tell, so we're going with this soft brown. It's a lot darker than I thought. So I'm going to carve out the bottom of, clean up the bottom of my brows with the Fit Me Maybelline concealer. I've used this one before. It used to be one of my favorite concealers. I'm using it in the shade Wheat. I think I used to use it in the shade Light before. So we're using it in more of my shade. So I already primed my lids with the Fit Me Maybelline in Wheat. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with this palette. This is by Makeup Obsession. I've never tried any of their stuff, so I'm kind of excited. This is the Sweet Like palette. These are the shades. So I'm really excited because I don't know what look I'm gonna do. I'm not really going anywhere, so I can be kind of like adventurous, but I'm not sure what kind of look I want to do. It's really a transition shade, so I'm just gonna go full on in. I'm gonna go in with Cerise right here. A little crazy. That was super bright in here. And that shade out a little bit with a clean blender, cause the clean brush, cause that looked too crazy. Now I'm going to take some of Claret and put it in the inner, outer, and then like kind of in the middle. Kind of like a halo eye, but not really. Then turning that around and going back into Luscious. Then grabbing the brush with Cerise and just blending that, but with no extra product. Now don't worry if it looks all crazy, because when I do eyeliner I'm gonna clean it up anyway. So for the lid I'm gonna go in with Blushing, and then I'm gonna top that off with Blossom. So as for the shimmers, they kind of suck. Like it's more a satin, honestly. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with the new Wet n Wild Breakup Proof eyeliner. Waterproof. It's supposed to be 16-hour wear. Breakup proof. That's funny. Honestly, it's really easy to work with. It's so soft too. So eyeliner's not perfect, but they look pretty the same, I guess, to me. But the eyeliner's only like $5. And it worked good. I don't have mascara because I don't really try out new mascara. They don't really care about mascara that much because I always wear false eyelashes. But we're going to be trying out the iconic House of Lashes. I'm used to longer lashes. So they're a little tiny and really like clumped together. And they're kind of heavy for being so tiny. Normally the lashes I wear, the Morphe lashes, I can't feel them on my eyes, and these, like, you can feel that they're on there. Okay, so we're gonna go in with the Wet n Wild PhotoFocus foundation. This is the Dewy one. This is in the shade Buff Bisque. It like straight up smells like perfume, but we'll see how this goes. It's a pretty good shade match, to be honest. It looks a little light, but it always looks a little light till I do the rest of my makeup. So I blended that all out, and I honestly really like it. It's just a little too dewy for me. Like, you can see it's still wet. This one's really pretty on the skin. I mean, close up you can see my texture and everything, but honestly, like in the mirror, in person, it doesn't look bad. The only thing is I gotta see how I'm gonna feel about the dewiness, because I do have dry skin, but throughout the day, like I have combination skin, so throughout the day my skin does get oily. So we'll see how this kind of does. So this used to be my favorite concealer, but right now I'm not feeling that great about it. I do remember when I used to use this concealer, I used to double it with another one, so I'm just gonna set that all with powder, and then I'm gonna put bronzer on because we do have a blush. Okay, so as far as this foundation, I really like it, but it's more of like a natural looking one. This is probably what I'd use more in the summertime. So this is called, it's a Wet n Wild blush. It's a new Wet n Wild blush. It's called Pinch Me Pink. So it's kind of like a peachy color. We're gonna try this out. It's cute. It's not like the other blushes I have. I've been looking for like a peachy kind of blush because all I have are like pinky blushes right now. And going into the spring, I like using like peach. We're gonna go into lower lash line. For my full freckles, I actually use Candied and I mixed some with my bronzer, but kind of want to do something different for the lower lash line. Okay, so for the lower lash line, I'm going to go in with Crimson, smoke that out with Candied, and then add a little bit of blushing, and then put Blossom in the inner corner. I'll show you though. So we're going to do Crimson first. I wanted to try this out because I wasn't sure if this was going to come out pink or if it was actually going to come out red. It looks pretty orange in the pan, but it comes out actually pretty red. I have another brush and jump into Candied to blend that out. I'm gonna throw blushing on the inner portion and go in with Blossom in the inner corner. And then when it doesn't come out that good by itself, I'm gonna tap into a little bit of that pop shade, barely any, and then go back into Blossom. So the last two things we have to try out are the LA Girl Lip Plumper and then the WetNWild lipstick. I'm gonna try the lip plumper. This is LA Girl, so we'll see. They're pretty cheap. I want to see if it actually plumps the lips. It says it moisturizes and plumps. It's a tinted lip plumper, so it shows that it should come out to this kind of shade, which is like pink. So it says it goes on clear, tints to pink. Apply alone or over a lip color, enhances the appearance of lips and adds a subtle hint of color. Ooh, so I can already smell like it smells like cinnamon. So it's gonna burn. Okay. So this is how my lips look before, and we'll see how they look after. Definitely starting to burn, but not too much. So they do look like they may have gotten bigger. I'm not sure. I'm gonna try the lipstick. I'm gonna go in with the WetNWild color Megalast matte. This is in the shade Bare It All. Looks like this. So this shade is actually really pretty. I think I'm gonna put the lip plumper on top. Okay, so final thoughts. Let's start with the brows. So I really liked the brow pencil. I haven't used a brow pencil in a while because I've been just using brow pomade, but for the price, this did so good. I will definitely be putting that into my daily routine. As for the concealer, I'll have to use it with my normal foundation in order to know how I felt about it. Felt like I needed to keep building it up. But as far as the shade, I loved the shade color. The shades really blended really well together. I would definitely want to use more of their products. It's just they didn't really have a lot of shimmer. It was mostly satin, so that's the only thing that sucked about it. But other than that, they were really easy to work with. Eyelashes, not the biggest fan of them. I may still use them more, but I'm really more of a fan of a little bit longer than this. This is really tiny, and I'm more of a fan of realistic looking fake lashes. These, you can tell. The eyeliner I definitely loved, especially for the price of it. It was really easy to work with. It was really dark and matte, so I liked that as well. Foundation, gave it a very natural finish, but I did like it. This video went way better than the last one did, which is awesome. I'll probably be using this more in the summertime because of the finish, but I still like my e.l.f. one better. The blush was really pretty. I don't have a blush like this color, so I'll definitely be using that again. And as far as the lip plumper, I wouldn't mind using it. It doesn't hurt. Like, I put it on top and it doesn't hurt either. It's really comfortable. You just feel the tingling sensation, but it's not a bad one. And as far as the lipstick, it was a really pretty color. So seems as far as though everything went well. So thanks again for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and see you in the next one. Bye.